Okay, so I'm going to rub down Pistolita with the stick and just kind of get her ready for what I'm about to do. Now, do keep in mind, I've already done this work with her. This is simply just a little refresher because she's just been sitting out in the pasture for a few weeks now and I have not been consistent in her training. So, thought I'd take some time and work with her and brush up on a few things. As you could tell, she's standing still. She's really relaxed. She's not flinching or nervous. And she's being a good girl. As you're desensitizing your horse with your tools, such as a stick, rub your horse down everywhere, including the back legs, the front legs, under their belly, the flank area. Rub them everywhere. Let them get used to your tools and feeling around their body. So I'm throwing the string around her. She's doing really good. And then I come on over to this side and I'm going to whack the ground. So we're going to desensitize with noise and movement. She was a little unsure because you saw her head come up high, but she stood still. So I rewarded, and I'm going to do this other side. So here she gets a little nervous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with her. I'm going to keep whacking the ground. She's trying to rear up there on me, so I'm trying to get closer into the safe zone. So I'm way out of my safe zone and I got to get in there. And I'm just kind of reading her body language. I'm taking my time because she does try to rear up. And right there, I hold her halter because I didn't want her to turn into me. And I feel like I have control over her. So here, I know she was really nervous. So I'm just going to approach her a different way. So I threw the string on her body. And she let me get in there. So I'm going to kind of work her through this. I'm going to be patient. You could tell she's really nervous about this. And that's so funny. She didn't react on the other side. And this side, completely opposite. Okay, so I'm just going to reattempt. I'm going to whack the ground again. And there we go. And she's being a little more calm, and that's all what I wanted her to do. And I reward. She's cupping her back leg. That's a great sign. She's licking and chewing. Perfect. So guys, this is not going to look pretty if your horse is not used to you doing this. Obviously, like I mentioned before, it's been a while since I worked with her on the ground and desensitized with the tools. So she obviously, forgot about it and reacted. And it wasn't pretty, but you just got to strategize, work with your horse, and be patient. But don't give up. Don't give up. Don't release that pressure until the horse has given effort. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to yield the hind end. So she knows this. I'm really surprised that she remembers. So I'm walking up to her hind end. I don't even have to whack her butt. I didn't feel like I had to whack her butt because as I was walking towards her hind end, she was moving it away. Like, see here, I start walking towards it. So there, I gave her an opportunity. I should have whacked her, but she is moving pretty smoothly and at a good pace. Like, she is putting effort. So I did not whack her. Coming over to this other side, rubbing her down, rubbing her hip. She kind of has already an idea what's going to happen. So don't forget to keep that hand up in the eye, because think about your hand being a wall. That way the horse won't jump into you or jump into your space. So that hand up in the eye is your protection. It's your wall to let the horse know you can't cross my arm. Because if the horse crosses your arm, that horse's head is going to whack you in the head, or their feet are going to step on you. So be careful. Hand up in the eye. Safe zone is by the horse's shoulders and walking towards their hip. Now I'm throwing that rope over her, and she's doing really well. She's not scared about this, so that's good. She's doing a lot of lick and chew, so she's taking in what I'm teaching her. Gonna see where we're at with the bending. So she does really good. I feel like when I pick her up, I don't have to pull or apply a lot of pressure. She brings her nose in really easily. And then I do like that she'll stay there. I'll hold the pressure and she will stay, and she won't fight. And she'll give in when I give her an extra bump. So like you saw there. It's really important to teach your horses the lateral flexion, because guys, this is your one rein stop, and also the beginning of building your horse softness when you're riding. You want to be able to pick up that rein and lightly pull, and that horse is going to give in. You don't want to be yanking and pulling really hard and heavily to get them to bend. No, no, no. So do this on the ground, and you'll see once you hop on their back how soft they're going to be in the mouth.
Good job. Good girl. Good girl. All right.
Okay, here we are with the scary tarp. Let's pull this thing out and see how Pistolita is going to react. Like I said, guys, keep in mind, I've done this with her before. It has been a while since we've done any of this. So it'll be great to see how much she remembers and how confident she is. actually really awesome to see. She's not really making a big deal out of this, other than it touching her head briefly. She turned her head away. But she's not flinching as I'm tossing it on her body or touching her legs with it. I'm really shaking the tarp really hard to make a really loud noise. She seems pretty chill about it, though. She did not like it on her head. So I'll definitely continue to work with her on that, throwing that tarp on her head. So she's used to having things over her face. That will also help with the head shyness. If a horse is head shy, that's another way to help build their confidence and and take away that head shyness. One other thing we do need to work more on is the backup. She tends to lift her head up high, and then from there she just says, nope, I'm done. So I need to work a little more on that and be a little more assertive in making her move those feet back.
Okay, session over for this little one. We're going to continue this on. I'm going to do 1 week groundwork before I get back on her, just to fine tune or ground horsemanship. Come on, girl. Cam out, you're going to need a bath.
Class is over.